Hello, my name is Kinza, and I'm here to show you how we can stop flooding even before it gets started. So, I have a solution to the problem that is smart, sustainable, and scalable. So, let's dive into the video and just like have a look how can it be the best possible solution to our flooded roads and streets. So, we can see that every year storm water hits our roads, like affect our homes and also block emergency response services. So these stormwater guards, they are solar powered, sensor activated, and they are the game changer in that scenario. So our motive is to we integrate clean, we deploy fast, and also we are aimed to hit the break even by year 3. So that's the most important thing we are gonna look into this video. So let's dive and move forward. So let's move on to the next slide and just get into the situation. For example, you're stuck onto like on the you're stuck just because of flood water, not the volume of the traffic, and that is just because like water has nowhere to go, and emergency vehicles, they are being stuck, they can't pass through. People, the small businesses, they are losing thousands of dollars each day, and people are just like stuck in a crash, and they also miss their work. So that is why this is all happening just because of the current drainage system, which is outdated, reactive, and still so expensive to afford. So let's look for something which is like really practical. Now imagine this, like instead of building a huge infrastructure or huge training systems, we just like place or install the small pods beside the road, and which sends the water automatically and responds in a meantime. And this is not a reactive solution. Instead, this is a proactive solution. Like before the problem happens, they respond usually. So the pods are unique in a way that they suck the water and they just like store it until the drains are ready to release the water. They detect that automatically, and each one of them is solar powered, so no need of any battery or anything like that. And also they are monitored through information of technology dashboards, so provide the real-time data as well. These pods are quite handy in a sense that they could be scaled from one intersection to the entire city. So that's just the smart and scalable StormGuard. The global smart flood tech market is blooming by $100 billion till 2030. So our initial slices, like we can talk about song, that's a 5 million market across 5 pilot councils in Australia. But the real opportunity is integrating smart StormGuard acro- across all those regions, like for example Southeast Asia, India, and US market, which is ahead of curve, and that's the first mover. So mainly the revenue is generated through these aspects of pods, like pods installation, IoT dashboard, subscription, annual maintenance schemes, contracts, and also future opportunities relating to licensing data and partnerships. So let's dive into the competitive analysis. So if we look into the the StormGuard is at the top, so that's showing that it's like very easy to deploy, and also it has got a maximum level of technology outgains. Just because like if we talk about ADS Storm Tech, that's a US based system. This system is having some sort of, so the ADS system is basically has got some smart smart training system, which is that incorporates technology, but still that takes way too much to deploy, take months in installation, and also requires a lot of investment, as all of these drainage systems are underground. So they obviously requires rebuilding of infrastructure, or either we have to go a whole way of wear and tear to the existing for the existing infrastructure. But in case of StormGuard, they are fast, flexible, and frictionless. So that's the USP, that no digging is required, and also the system is solar powered based, modular, and comes with automatic suction and release system. So here's a rough assumption of how the cash flow will begin and how we're gonna get the break even. So each pod estimates to be sold at $7,000, and one of the major thing is like there is no revenue generated till year one or maybe year two, because all of the funds will be deployed in research and development and remodeling and betterment of the design. But once it hits the year three, there is a huge way forward to the revenue generations, and also uh, a market is capable to gain a high profits. So these are rough calculations of what how the system is going to deploy and how the expenses and revenues are going to be generated, and also enlisted with what are the fixed costs in it and also the variable cost. As you can see in the picture, for example, the break even is hitting in year 3, and our customer lifetime value to customer acquisition cost is 4.1. That's a quite good ratio, with a strong proof of scalable, profitable, and that's a lean startup, which will be which is gonna forecast smartly, and we have a great opportunity to grow in the future. So we are gonna seeking the funds of $250,000, and that will be including prototype finalization and the key deployment over the 2 pilot consoles of Australia initially, gathering data and refining up our strategy for the future. So that's just not an investment in the infrastructure, but that's an infrastructure for urban resilience. Let's talk about the exit plan. So there are clearly three clear paths of exit. So we have got a potential acquisition by major infrastructure leaders. That those are Veolia and ADS. Second one is like licensing our tech across municipalities and regions. And lastly, we're gonna offer the whole system for initial public offerings for after like 6 to 8 years, based on the growth trajectory. So just to wrap up, Smart StormGuard is just not a product or an infrastructure. It's just not a product, but it's a way forward to smarter cities, sustainable roads, and safer infrastructure. So you're just not funding a tech solution, but you are investing in climatic resilience, urban infrastructure resilience, and a futuristic way to smart drainage. I would love to have you on board, as we are gonna pave our way to the revolutionizing flood management. So there's just like one smart pod at a time, and saving a lot of cost and miss. Yeah, so like all the mismanagement. Thank you.